Hello everybody, today we're going to do a little video on docks, dock control in grassland. So this is kind of as a response to when we put out the mowing video. We were cutting this field where we're stood now, and there was a lot of docks in it, and I got a lot of comments as to why are they there, why don't you spray them and all that. We knew they were here, we knew it was bad. We didn't spray them off earlier because the plan over winter was this was going to be our fodder beet field for this year. So we didn't, so last autumn when the docks were coming and they could have been sprayed, we didn't do it because we would have come in the spring and sprayed it off with Roundup and killed the whole lot. So docks would have been gone and the grass would have been gone as well. In the early spring, things changed. This field came through the winter very well. And the field where the fodder beet is now didn't come through last summer's drought quite so well. The top end of it was very thin. So actually where the beet is now is actually the field we turn the cows into for the first day. So what we did, we turned them out, they fed it off, we let it shoot again a little bit, and then we sprayed that off and planted the beet in that field. So this particular field we're in now, we saved that and we cut the early silage from it. So here's where we are today. We are actually 15 days from cutting. So we cut it on a Saturday. Today is Sunday evening now, I'm filming this. So 15 days later. And now the docks, they've come back again. They are perfect for spraying. They're ideal. They're young, it's fresh growth, they're growing vigorously. An ideal time to spray them, and that will then take the spray from the leaf down into the roots and kill them off. So they're all at the same kind of stage. They're all perfect. So as well as a lot of grass come back in this field since cutting, as you can see, there's a lot of clover in this field. Unfortunately, the dock spray will kill the clover as well. It's got to be done. You know, we can't let the docks take over. So the plan for this video, what we're going to do is, I'm not sure if I'll be able to film spraying it or not, but that's going to be sprayed hopefully tomorrow or very early this week. If I can catch and film it, I will. If not, we'll just follow on. We'll watch the docks as they progress through their destruction. So once they've been sprayed, it won't take too long, and they will start to curl up and shrivel up a little bit. But then it will take time to translocate that spray down into the roots. Because dock roots they've got very long tap roots, very woody. It takes time for that to go right down through the system and kill them off. So hopefully what we'll do, we'll come back in a week's time or so, and maybe a couple of times throughout the next month, just to follow on, have a little follow-up to what's going on. So we'll see what happens. So you've just watched the footage of the sprayer. I managed to film him just starting on the headland. So what we've used, we've sprayed it with a product called Dockstar Pro, and we've put that on it, 1.5 litres per hectare. Now there's two rates for that. You can either go 1.5 litres twice, or you can do 3 litres as one application. So what we've done, we've split it. We've put 1.5 on now, and we'll put the other 1.5 on later on towards the autumn. So they were sprayed, it was around 10 o'clock this morning we started spraying this, and it's now just gone 8 o'clock in the evening. So I brought you up. We'll see. If we look at them, they're just starting to curl. You can see they've taken it in, they've taken the spray in. They're not so healthy looking as they were, so we can tell it's taken them. That is now moving that spray down into the roots to eventually make a start on killing it off. So the product we used is 14 days before we can graze this field. So that's, you know, we've got to keep the cows out for that time. So I think what we'll do, we'll come back in a week's time and check on the progress of what's happening, and see that they will look, you know, they will look totally different. They're a little bit different now. You can tell they've been sprayed, but there's no major difference yet. But it's early, so that's going to take we'll come back in a week, and we'll see where we're to. Right, so we're back again. We're now 7 days on from the spraying. So we'll just take a look at what's happened. They have changed quite markedly now. So you can see they've totally changed colour. All the green's drained away. They've turned to purple. They're curling up down in the stems are curling. So this is a broad-leaf dock. Just next to it, this is a narrow-leaved one. He's just the same. He's going purple. He's curling up. So that's all good news. Just close by is a little patch of clover. It's turning colour. The colour's going. It's not wrinkling up the leaves. You know, the leaves still look the same right kind of shape, but they're not looking very happy. They're fading. They're a little bit crispy to touch. So yeah, unfortunately, that's not looking good for that. I said on the first little part, 14 days between spraying and grazing. So we're halfway there now. So what we'll do, we'll come back in another week's time, and we'll see what they look like, and then we will be safe to graze this again. So we'll see you in a bit. We're back for the final instalment now on the dock sequence. So now we're 15 days from spraying, so we are now clear to graze the field again. So we'll take a look at the docks now, just to see what they look like. And they're not looking too good at all. They're all curled up, purple. Stems are breaking down, and you can see there's some clover in this one as well, and that's dying off. But we knew that was going to happen. This dock here provides kind of an ideal explanation as to why we didn't spray early on. So in the mowing video you saw a month ago now, I suppose, might be a little bit more. So having that, the dock leaves are in the silage is not ideal, but because they weren't gone to seed, they're not going to be spreading. But I'd much rather have those fresh green leaves in the silage than this dying, rotting stuff. So this is why we didn't spray it early on. We don't want this going in the silage clamp. So having these rotting away now while we're grazing, it's not a problem. The cows will eat round it. They won't actually eat the docks. So they will pick the good bits out, what they want, and leave the docks, you know, leave the curly up, dye bits there. And then, you know, they'll walk about, they'll tread them, they will just degrade and not be a problem. This field will be topped at some point in the summer, so, you know, that'll take the rest of it off. So that is the reason it was left. They were left early on because we didn't want that dirty, horrible, rotten stuff coming into the clamp and reducing the feed value. I think that's just about covered everything. Now, it's been a bit of a long drawn out filming of this one. It took the 2 weeks. So hopefully that's explained now why we didn't spray them before we cut it. So I think we'll end it here. There's not much more else to say now. So I think I'll just say thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.